perfect. I am live. Woohoo. So, hey everybody, I'm Stacey. I'm the owner and artist of New Creations by Stacey. Give me just a sec here. I'm going to pull it up so I can see you guys and chat with you. You guys, as you're popping on, just say hey where you're watching from. Oh, let's turn down the sound. Hold on. You guys, I have been having the most difficult time setting up these lives. They set up just fine, and then I'm all ready for them, and then it won't go live. I get error messages. So hopefully, I'm actually not even seeing that I am live yet. So we're gonna give it a minute. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so like I said, guys, as you're popping on, just say hey where you're watching from, what you're doing tonight. Guys, if you see this on replay, hashtag replay, please. Hopefully everybody had, oh no. Hold on, guys. I am having some serious technical difficulties tonight. Trying to turn down the volume. Here we go. So guys, if you watch this on replay, hashtag replay. If you saw my post on Facebook, I drug all my Christmas stuff out. We're going to be Christmas crafting tonight. I couldn't get the description to take. So, hey, Janet. Good to see you. We're going to give it another minute. I am actually freezing. I can't even see the live. Hey, Elena. Glad you made it. So anyway, guys, can you still see me live? It's almost like I am on a replay here. Let me exit and go back in. Sorry, guys. I feel like after so many lives on YouTube, I should be good to go at this point, but I keep getting all these error messages. But guys, tonight we are going to be Christmas crafting. Okay, good. Perfect. Thank you, Elena. We're just going to get started. And I posted yesterday. I know you guys both saw it. I posted yesterday and I drug all these Christmas crafts out, and I'm going to be honest, I couldn't pick one. So we are going to, hey Jody, good to see you. Oh, and tonight is the first time I can actually see the chats pop up too on this device over here. I'm going to get this right one day. Anyway, so I couldn't pick just one, so we're actually going to start a bunch of Christmas crafts. Hey, hey Michelle. We're going to start, that's the Christmas craft queen, Michelle. I can't even get it out. She does the cutest stuff, you guys. She just has a personal page, but if you look at her personal page, I love all her stuff, but I love the Christmas stuff. It's so cute. That's what I always think of you as, the Christmas queen. But anyway, guys, okay. We're going to try out a new casting mix tonight. We're going to make some tags, just some cute little tags. Of course, I hit Hobby Lobby today. We're going to make some cute little Christmas tags. I've got a bunch of Christmas ideas. We're at different steps in all of them, and then we'll finish them up Wednesday night. Probably won't be able to make my bows because I just have what I got from Hobby Lobby today. I haven't even dug out. So embarrassing. I haven't dug out my 2 crates full of stuff. But anyway, we're going to get started. And guys, all of you guys have seen me, but if you're watching us that are on tonight, but if you're watching on replay, guys, I'm Stacey. I'm the owner and artist of New Creations by Stacey. Guys, I'm a Dixie Belle and a Redesign with Prima retailer. I have 2 locations locally, University Pickers in Huntsville, as well as the Rustic Willow in Ardmore. And then also my website, newcreationsbystacey.com. And the stuff that we're going to be using tonight, I do have at least 1 or 2 of them available online. And I'm so sorry I could not run a Black Friday sale. I could not give some of the discounts approved. And I have like 1,000 products online. I could not go through and figure out when each one was released because it was based on year, and so if you guys message me, I'm happy to do a Cyber Monday deal though. But I cannot advertise and run. I just wanted to do 25% off of everything, and I couldn't advertise and run that. But anyway, guys, we are going to be using, whoops, as I drop everything, it's kind of how my day is going, so hopefully, well, you guys know how I am, so it's all good. All right, so we've got this new, I want to tell you, this is actually sold out with Redesign with Prima. This I do not have on my website. I wanted to try it out before I started carrying it, and it's, like I said, it's sold out. But this is Redesign Casting Mix, and this is the kit. It retails for like $19.99. And it comes with a little silicone mold for coasters, as well as you get a silicone mixing cup. Hey, Denise, I'm glad you made it. You get a silicone mixing cup as well as these two little measuring cups. And then your bag of powder. Guys, I have not watched any videos on this because I don't have time to watch videos, to be honest, most of the time. I try to catch people that I know and support them online, small business-wise, but I never get to watch videos for anything I actually want to know. And so generally I wing it, and I kind of like to do it that way anyway, because then, you know, when you mess up, it's experience. And then it helps you guys so you don't make the same mistake. So I've not done anything with this stuff. This is the first time, and we're just going to test it out. So I typically wing stuff, but I am going to tell you this. If you wanted to measure approximately, and I'm going to do it here, measure approximately how much product this is going to take, one of the ways to do it, you can use rice. I'm just going to use water for right now. We're going to see what this takes to fill it up. You can use this product in molds as well. I'm just going to do this little, I'm going to fill it up to, let's see. Oh, I should have brought my glasses out. I can't see a darn thing. Hold on. What is that filled up to? It's like 4 milliliters. So let's lay this flat and pour in 4 milliliters. Nope, so it's definitely going to take a little bit more than that. Let's add 1 milliliter to it. This is just so I don't waste product. I'm going to be honest, I don't normally do this. I just put extra molds out, and whatever I have left over, I pour it into a mold thing. But we're going to kind of see what we got going on here. Okay, so I think it's going to take about 5 milliliters to fill this up. Yeah, about 5. So we're going to mix up 6 because that'll just be an easy number. This thing is really, God help me. Please don't let me spill this on my, oh, perfect. All right, let's just make sure that that was right. So all I'm doing is pouring water in here. Yeah, we're going to mix up. That's almost 6 milliliters, so we're going to mix up 6. So with this stuff, it is actually 2 parts of powder to 1 part of, I'm not drinking this water. I just needed it out because we're also going to do some water transfers tonight. I've got a bunch of super easy Christmas crafts. Like, you don't need a lot of product for them. I couldn't make up my mind. Now all of a sudden I'm into Christmas. All right, so it's 2 parts of the powder to 1 part water. So we are going to use 4 milliliters of this powder here. Opening it for the first time. Let's see what it looks like. Guys, this takes 30 minutes to set up. So if I do it now, by the end of the live, it'll just be finishing. Okay. Oh, it almost looks like baking soda. I've been doing a lot of cooking. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? I swear I am still stuffed. I swear I'm still stuffed. All right, so we're going to fill this up. I think I'm going to scoop it out. It is really fine. It creates a dusty, like, thing going on. Probably be easier if you had a smaller scoop and you could just scoop it out and pour it in, or a spoon or something like that. I am trying to see. Okay, so that's too much. I only want 4 milliliters of this. I might grab a spoon because clearly, oh, I can't see anything. Okay. So we've got a little bit more. I'm going to grab a spoon right quick. And we're just going to scoop some extra into here. This is why I like my Sharpies, because when I pour resin, I mark my measurement line, especially if I'm pouring a lot of trim. That way it'll be a consistent thickness. You can tint this as well. That's on the instructions there. I don't know how, because I haven't used this yet. I don't know how, if the measurement has to be exact for it to cure. But I'm having trouble seeing, I'm not gonna lie. So it's 2 to 1. Let me add a little bit of more. I will say it's easier to, right off the bat, like first impression, it is definitely easier to measure resin. This is probably gonna go a long way though. Because that didn't take, those 4 milliliters didn't take much out. Have you guys, has anybody used this casting resin that's watching yet? And you're gonna stir it. I think the directions said for a couple minutes. They're right here on the back of the box. So 1 part of water to 2 parts of the liquid. We're gonna stir it all together, pour it into the mold, and 30 minutes, and we'll be able to demold it. So actually that's all it says. So let's try it out. So I've got 4 milliliters of the powder. I'm gonna pour 2 milliliters of this in, and I'm gonna use one of these silicone stir sticks. And I don't know what this consistency is supposed to be in the end, but you can kind of take a look. I actually should, I'm gonna put you down a little bit more. Doesn't seem like I have to rush this at all. I think I read somewhere, maybe it came with a little paper inside, that you had like 8 minutes to pour it maybe. We're just gonna make sure it's stirred up really, really well. The more I use it, the more I'll be able to determine like how precise the measurements need to be. Sometimes I try to mess things up just to see. You guys, this is super soupy. Super soupy. Almost like, it actually comes out almost like water. I would have thought, because of the way the powder is, it's a lot like baking soda. I thought it would have been a little more pasty. But I just want to make sure I've got it stirred up really, really well. And we'll see if this works. Let's hope it does. Because I'm going to tell you, if I was doing this, I don't know. It's pretty soupy. I would think maybe that it wasn't going to turn out right. I think even resin is, it's like really soupy. Watch whenever I pour it, guys. Whoops, I just splattered it. So let's do this. I'm going to bring you guys up just a tad bit more so you can see a little bit better. And we are going to pour this. So it does need to be level. And when I opened this, the little coaster was bent, but just the weight of this mixture in here, hopefully I stirred it up well enough, because look, I see little powder at the bottom. So I don't know. We'll see. 30 minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for 30 minutes. You guys, normally I don't time things, but in this case, since it's a new product, I want to see how it works. We are going to time it. And I'll keep you guys posted, because right now it's still super soupy. You know what? I don't like this because, well, I mean, not saying I don't like this product, But this mold is really light that came with it. And it needs to be level, otherwise you're going to end up with a funny pour when it starts to solidify. I put a book on it yesterday to try to flatten it out. But I'm going to grab another tape here. But it didn't flatten out. And this, guys, the other molds, they're very, it's gonna, let me turn it a little bit. Let me scoot it. You want it level. I also think it's not gonna remain in a square. But this is just this mold. This happens to be one that came with it. Most of the molds you use obviously are a whole lot thicker. But let's see how this coaster turns out. And we're gonna get started on the other fun stuff. I just wanted to try that out with you guys. I know, right? Isn't it, Mindy? I'm curious to see, like, is it perfectly rock solid and hard? Like, I want to see maybe after 20 minutes, like, what the consistency is like. So I might bring us back over if I can tell anything. It looks like it's obviously going to be white, but we'll see. I haven't used it yet. So, first time. All right. I'm going to pop you guys down, guys, because we are going to start off. I'm actually going to start off with just doing some Christmas tags. Super, super easy. And let me pop you guys down. Okay, so here we are. And move you guys over a bit. All right. So we're just going to do some little tags here, or we're going to start making some cute little Christmas tags. You could use them as ornaments. You could use them as whatever, really. And I want to start by staining them, and I want them to be stained really, really quickly. So I'm going to be using Voodoo Gel Stain, and I want them light, so I'm going to go with Bleach Cypress. And we're just going to use a little art brush here. Pop this stain on. Give it a nice, pretty color here. And go around the edges. I'm not really going to stain the edges. They're dark. But I do want to stain the front and the back of the tag. And we're going to do 3 of these. And we'll let these dry. So the Voodoo Gel Stain, like I said, it's water-based, so it dries super quick. I use this a lot on furniture as well, and it's perfect for crafty stuff because I can put a transfer on here like after 15 minutes. So this is just going to be our first step, and then we're going to move on. And what I think we're going to do, because, you know, you have to wait in between steps and stuff like that with all of it, with a lot of these things I'm doing. But they're quick. Each step is super quick. So like I said, I think what we're going to do is finish these up with like bows and make them super cute on Wednesday night. And maybe by then I will also have found my Easy Peasy spray wax because, guys, I wanted to find it tonight, but I couldn't. So, again, so you guys, I've already created some other things as well where I already stained them this way, and we're going to be working on those in just a second. But you can pick up all kinds of these little, you can pick up round Christmas tree ornaments. You can pick up all of these little wood-like things at Hobby Lobby. Typically they go like 40% off every other week on the wood products. But that's where I got these little wooden tags from. Just a couple dollars. They're not much. Guys, I'm just smoothing out because I did have a little bit of stain come through the top. Just smoothing that out. We're going to set these off to the side and let them dry. I kind of want to stain something else just because I have this out. I had some more. Yeah, guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to stain a few more of these tags. Oh, by the way, The tags were much smaller, but I wanted these larger ones because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do Christmas ornaments or just make like a cute little design with them or whatever. So I actually got the ones that came with these little, you know, binder ring things. So I guess they were supposed to be for keychains, which you could make Christmas keychains if you wanted to also. But that's not what I'm doing here. Tons of stuff. Guys, I had so many ideas last night. I was like, I couldn't decide. No, these ones are chipboards. These are awesome. And I'm going to tell you, so like, you know how in the middle of Hobby Lobby, like they had the ones that they actually used for tags. And I did find some that were, Michelle, that were like those little cardboard ones. I didn't get those. I had them in my cart at first, but then I found these. These are actually in the wood aisle because they're not, I guess, really considered like Christmas tags. The Christmas tags were smaller. But we're going to put transfers on here. We're going to be using from the North Pole. I don't want to waste my voodoo gel stain, guys. So if you're okay to hang out. But these are excellent. They're nice. They're solid. They're thick. They're not warped or anything like that. So I'm pretty impressed. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tags in it. And I think it was like, I don't know, maybe $2.99. So when they go on sale, that'll be even better. Unfortunately, they weren't on sale, or I probably would have bought more. And I'm going to put some little beads on the top here. And anyway, well, you'll see because we're going to do it together. Well, you can see how stain it takes. I'm so sorry. Let me just quick get these done. You guys, let me ask you while we're just sitting here chatting and doing this. Had to check out the mold too. Not that it's been very long. Be careful with these. You want to keep working with the voodoo gel stain because it dries so fast. The work time isn't quite as long. So if you get like a fingerprint in here or something like that, you don't catch it right away, it's going to be there. So that's why I'm just going over each side and smoothing it back out, running that voodoo gel stain around on the sides. I had stuff everywhere here. All right, well, just one more to do. So that little thing of voodoo gel stain stained all 8 tags. Oh, you guys probably don't want to hear me make sounds, but you guys, I think I'm still recovering from Thanksgiving, or I have some kind of, I don't know. We talk about all the time. I swear I'm ADHD. I could not. And then the worst thing about it is I was getting ready for this live and getting my stuff out. And all I kept doing was finding more ideas. More and more ideas. Which is bad because then I drug some other stuff out. So when I tell you we have a lot to do, I am just going to hang out and do this. I doubt anybody can really find this live as of yet because I put the description and the thumbnail and everything in and it kept kicking me out. So I quit putting it in and I just went live because at that point I was late. All right, there we go. All right. So we're just going to set this down here. All right. So I'm going to move these off to the side and we are just going to move along to our next little project. Like I said, tons and tons of projects. You know what I did not do was get a bucket of water out. That's okay. I'm just going to set this over here. Oh, well, I dropped it on the floor, but that's all right too. All right, so next thing we're going to do is, let's do the water slide transfers. All right, I've got a couple. Actually, before that, let's do a super simple one. I want to get through as many as I can. All right. Actually, Let's do both of these at once. I am gonna grab a plate to put this on. And so guys, these are a couple different things. So this that I have right here is it's a plastic ornament that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I love these little bottle ones. I'm going to use some iFlex and WoodUbend on the outside of one of these and do some Alice in Wonderland ones, but I don't know if we're going to get to that whimsical because that's has a little bit more going on there. So I primed these with Bonding Boss first, guys, and I did 2 coats, let them sit for 24 hours. I gave it about 1 to 2 hours between coats. And I have a snowflake mold from Redesign with Prima. I poured this with resin and just glued it on while it was still a little bit flexible. And up to this point, the only thing I did then was paint it in, this is not how it's going to look finally, but I painted it in dusty blue for a base. And then I put a little fluff in the center of here because we're actually going to put on a water slide transfer. So to do that, I don't know if we'll do all the water slides. I might try to do one of each thing while we're here, and then next week, and then Wednesday when we come back, I'll have that part done and we can move on to the final things. So for a water slide transfer, they work just like those little tattoos that you give yourself. And as a matter of fact, if you want a Christmas tattoo, this is perfect. I have put one on my skin before. It works just like them as well, only it's harder to come off. So this is from Snow Globes. This is by Dixie Belle. Yeah, well, these are awesome because they're holographic, and I feel like it doesn't show up well on camera, but kind of see how they are. I've got another one we're going to be doing too in a minute here. Different thing entirely. Again, too many ideas, guys. So what I'm going to do is just put some water in one of these little cups again. I'm actually looking for my water. Oh, here it is. And of course I left it open in a bottle that won't stand up. So we're just going to put a little water in here so that we can get it released. And on these transfers, I cut this off the paper, but it has the picture on the back so you can know where you're placing it. I chose a really big one before I stick this on here, and I chose this big one because I'm actually going to blend it in. I'm probably going to take out the snow globe part of it. Unless I like it, then I won't. So the first thing you do, they have a plastic that covers like the cardboard, which is where this is stuck to. So you just want to peel off the plastic. You guys, I don't think I've done a water slide transfer since last Christmas. So once you peel that off, don't touch the image. And you're just going to place it. I just want to make sure because I can't quite see. I'm just going to kind of try to center them. I'm not too worried about the snow globe. I'm more concerned about the snowman. This is slightly curved here, so I just want to be careful with it. Now, once you wet it down, you do not want it to move. And I'll tell you, sometimes I tape them down, and I sort of kind of wish, I think I'm going to tape this one down. By the way, a bowl is better. I just forgot to get one out. So I'm making a mess as usual because I had to wing it, which is normal. So I got most of the water out of this. This is just a lint-free towel here. And actually, because I don't want this thing to move, I think I'm going to go ahead and tape it down. Normally, you'd want to have this painted for 24 hours prior to applying this transfer. I'm not going to lie, the paint's been on here for about 2 hours. So hopefully it doesn't pull off. And I need to tape the other side as well. Normally I wouldn't tape, but this is kind of curved and I don't want this moving around. So once I've got that down, I'm just going to put, this is plastic also, so I can't press too hard on it. But I'm just going to push this over the water slide transfer. And we're just going to kind of make sure it's nice and wet down. You really don't have to rub it. But I just want to make sure all the areas are wet because it does have to be wet to release. And I wish I had just a little bit more water. Let's see. There we go. A little bit better. I am just going to lay this over here. Oops. Sometimes I'll press it down. So guys, it says 2 to 3 minutes before it'll release, but I used to do quite a few of these. Oh, Janet. Oh, yes. Hobby, can you cross over? Are you near a Hobby Lobby in Washington, or do you have to? Oh, Hobby Lobby, Denise. I got this. And by the way, Denise is our bow maker. I've seen some of her wreaths that she made and the bows on them. And I just want to tell you, I'm almost scared to do bows online, Denise, because you're probably going to have to give me pointers. I'm terrible at home decor. Oh my gosh. So yes, Michelle, I have done that as well. Make sure you take off that plastic. One time I could not figure out why it wouldn't release, and I was like so frustrated. And then finally I figured out it was released on the plastic. And I'm going to tell you what, I crunched that thing up and everything. It stuck right to the plastic. It was crazy. Yeah, plastic. That's the biggest issue I've ever had with the water slides. Square ornaments from Hobby Lobby in the Christmas section. Well, like here, the whole half of the store is the Christmas section. Okay, so it's not quite released yet. So if it hasn't released, lay it back down. Put the water on there. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Yes, Denise, like your bows are beautiful. And I don't know. I'm terrible at bows. All right, so there we go. We're just peeling it off. And you just want to go slow. Okay, so here it is, but the edges are still a little up. And just number one, yeah, I'm definitely going to paint it in because, of course, I touched it with my finger and I forgot because it's been so long since I've used these. The best thing to do is to it'll stick to your finger. So the best thing to do is to just take this and lay it down. Use this little thing and kind of lay it down. So yeah, I'm actually going to paint over the snow globe part of him. So he's just like a snowman chilling in the snow here. And then we've got the snowflake on this side. Don't worry, it's not going to look this ugly. All right, so what I'm going to do is let this dry. Once it's dry, I will protect over just this water slide, and then we're going to paint in and make this actually cute, put a cute bow on it and all that good stuff. So we've got that one. I'm just going to set it off to the side. Oh, so you guys, I think I should have mixed this up more. We're going to do this pour again. I want to show you something. I feel like I should have mixed it for longer. I just wasn't stirring enough. Let me bring you over. Do you guys see this? I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to bring you down. But I can see. You know what? I'm going to touch it. Oh, Oh, okay. Well, that may not be the case. So it looked all powdery on top. Wonder if I could pick it up. Yeah, because so it hasn't been 30 minutes, but can you guys see how it looks all funky on top, like powdery? Well, if you touch it, it just kind of wipes away. So we'll see what happens. I actually don't care if the bottom is powdery, but I'm curious what it's going to be like on the other side. Also did not put anything in the mold to release it, so we're going to see if it releases. All right, so we got that done. So the next thing, that was a water slide transfer. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use some of these frames I made. So guys, this is the Lucian mold. Lucian, I think it's called Lucian. Yeah, Lucian. This is the Lucian mold. So this is this one. It does not have a back. This frame right here. And then I have some other ones I poured here as well. Because we're gonna do some other things. Let's do these right now. We'll do another water slide in a second here. So this is one of the molds. So this one has a backing, this one has a back, and this small one has a back on it. The large one is the only one on this mold that does not have the back. And I do believe I have these on my website as well. I think I have 2 of them in stock. So this is one of the cross molds. I have one of these. It's a holy, I can't think of the name of it right now, but there's like 3 smaller crosses and some larger crosses because we're going to do this too. This cross, you can cut these loops right off, but this cross right here is one of the smaller ones. I just glued it into the frame because I thought that'd be kind of cute. I've got another one right here. And we're going to put this water slide transfer in the center, then paint it out. And, of course, I just have one of the crosses. I'm going to use that as an ornament. And then for this one, I've got this mold that we poured. And so, guys, I wanted a back for it. And I planned to use, like, some just thick cardboard, but I couldn't quite find it. And I came across this box of popsicle sticks. So, honestly, this is the back of it. All I did, I used what did I use? I used bolt cutters to cut it down. I didn't care if it was even or not. We're going to glue it on the back of here. And then I just, I did the stain on it like we just did for the tags. And then I just did some white over it and a little bit of coffee bean on it. Can't really see the coffee bean because I covered a lot of it up. And I think we're going to make just a little Christmas ornament. These would be perfect for magnets too. But, so guys, this is it's called From the North Pole. It's one of the Redesign with Prima small ones, so it's like $12.99. I have 1 or 2 of these in stock. Oh, here are the other sheets for it. So some of them are cut up, but, so there's like this sheet. We're going to do a couple things with this sheet. And here's another one of the sheets. We're actually going to use this right now. Let's pull that out. I've got so many Christmas transfers here, guys. Actually, let me pull this last one out too. So this could be like a cute little like hanger, like a door hanger, something like that. I did the same thing. I just did a little more dry brushing around the edges. So let's do these dry transfers first. Make sure we have time. All right, because yeah, I think I've been on for a little bit. All right, so for this one, I am going to put this one right here on my little background. I want to make sure he's straight. And then he doesn't come up too high. There we go. Hopefully he's straight. And then these transfers, oh no, one of my tags dumped in the, well, I'll fix it. Of course I forgot to get, I had my transfer tool, which would actually be better for this one because it's a popsicle stick and you got to get in those cracks, but I don't know what I did with it. So this little stick comes in with the transfers and we are just going to go over this. I peeled off the white backing here, laid it down, and we're just going to go over this. Again, you typically want to give your paint the recommendation is 24 hours, guys. I don't know that a lot of people follow it, But that's going to give you the best experience. 24 hours, whatever paint you're using should be hard enough to accept the transfer and not have any moisture under it or anything like that. Your paint typically dries pretty quickly, but it doesn't fully harden for about 24 hours. It doesn't actually cure, which is fully hard, for 21 to 30 days. So all I'm doing, this overlapped a little bit. I could have cut that part off, or let's do this. Here's another little trick. Hopefully it'll work on this or with this. You just take another piece of plastic, run it up right to the edge to where the transfer will stick on it. Usually you want this piece I'm tearing off right now. I don't have an extra one of those. But typically speaking, I'm just going to use my fingernail and cut it. A little trick. Well, this one is, I will tell you too, when you don't wait for your paint to harden more, you do have to rub a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing here. But when I put this plastic on the edge, it just pulls it right off. So you don't actually have to cut it or worry about it tearing or anything like that. So let's get this deer all the way down. And I feel like this deer right now, he looks like he's not going to go with this frame. It's like super ornate, and I feel like this is kind of farmhousey. But I think that I can mix these two styles a little bit and kind of bring it together. So can you see as it's coming off? I'll hold him up for a close-up too. You guys are so quiet tonight. I'm super excited because last week it cut me off. I lost the chat halfway through. Or no, last week wasn't the week it cut me off. I've had all kinds of technical issues. Let's see. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. All right. I'm just going to rub him down with my fingers a little bit. And I want to make sure that I get it in between all these little lines. I feel like, honestly, if I could have found my tongue depressors, I'd just lose everything. I probably would have used tongue depressors because it would have been much wider. But these popsicle sticks, I think, are just fine. I'm just putting my fingernails in between because you do want to make sure that these are nice and secure. You don't want any air or anything like that under your transfer. But see how cute he is. This one is from the North Pole. And once I did this frame in coffee bean, I'm going to put it in so you can kind of see what he's going to look like. I did this frame in coffee bean. And, oh, I wanted to leave one of these undone because I wanted to try something, speaking of which. But I did this frame in coffee bean to get into all the details, but we're going to dry brush a little bit over it. Let's go ahead and do the rest of it. Let's do this transfer on here. And, gosh, where does time go? It's been 45 minutes already. I'm waiting for the alarm to go off, though. On this one, well, actually, let's do one on here and here. Let's do both of these right now. They'll be quick. So let's see. So there's a lot of little things that would be perfect for little tags on here. I think on this one, I'm going to do something simple. Let's do, how big is this Merry Christmas? Actually, I think I'm going to do, let's layer one. Of course, I have, oh, here's my scissors. Let's do, I've got a bunch down here. Trying to decide. Yeah, let's do this one. And let's layer in. Oh, 30 minutes is up. Hold on. We're going to demold. So let's cut this out. Let's put this like over here. Oh, let's just, how big is this little Christmas ball? Let's cut it out and see what it'll look like. All right, let's demold. Let's see how this is looking. We're gonna come back to this. Ooh, I want this wreath on this one. You guys, these make perfect little gifts. And actually what I'm doing right now, because usually I'm at the last minute, is I like to make these little gifts for like my granddaughter's teachers. I have one in kindergarten and I have one, she's in preschool, and I love making these for them. This has a holly jolly on it. I think I want to cut this out. Actually, maybe I want to use that flower instead of the ball with a cardinal on this other one. Anyway. All right. I think I'm going to put, this says holly jolly right here. I think I'm going to put this inside the wreath. And what I'll do is I'll drill holes. You'll see. But I'll drill holes and then I'll put a cute little bow on here. And it can be an ornament, a large ornament, or you could just hang it like on a little wall or something like that, just to add a little Christmas spirit. All right, let's start demolding. Oh, good for you. I want some hot chocolate too. I've got coffee here, but actually I forgot all about it, and then I had to put it in the microwave, and that's just a whole other thing. All right. Oh yeah, so look, all of that wipes right off and it goes smooth. You can still see a little bit on, can you guys see it a little bit on there? Sir, I don't know which way to turn it. I can't see it in there. Wow, it actually feels like, huh, that's interesting. This side's a little bit wet too. Definitely, on a different mold, this wouldn't be an issue. But, no, actually that isn't. It's just the glare. Wow, that's pretty cool. I can make a set of coasters now, which we'll finish these up. I'm going to make 3 more, and we'll finish these up. We'll decorate them and finish them up. But I almost want to drop it. It almost feels like ceramic. I'm going to let it dry. Let's see how it dries, because it feels really wet. But it really does feel like ceramic. Like these molds here, they feel like plastic. Like I took the thing off this one, but they're like plastic. This almost feels like ceramic. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. You can also do deeper things too. Like if you see the picture on the box, which is a difference between the resin, because when you're using that 10-minute resin, it can only be so thick. But like you can make containers and different things. Like my daughter makes these really cool, she makes them out of concrete. I'm going to have to see what she thinks of these. And she swirls paint through them. Oh, that's what I should do. Ooh, you could make some really cool marble. You guys, I'm in creative mode right now, which doesn't equate necessarily to projects getting done, but it does equate to lots of ideas. But anyway, she makes these concrete vessels and she swirls paint through them, and they're gorgeous. I almost want to go get one and show it. She makes candles too and puts them in there. Let's do this one first. And like I said, same thing, guys. I just did the voodoo gel stain. I put some elderflower over it because I had some leftover paint. And then that was it. And a little coffee bean. Did do a little coffee bean. All right, so I'm not measuring here, guys. Like to use my fingers as measurements. I think this needs to go over a tad bit more. Is that straight? Yeah, I think so. Okay, that is straight. I think I want to go down some because I'm going to drill the holes here and here. I want to drill 2 holes on this one, I believe. put a little bow up here, so I don't want it to cover all of the holly jolly. So yeah, let's go down a little bit. So I didn't put this center top to bottom. I just centered it left to right, or as close to center as I think it's gonna, well, actually we probably need to go back more this way. All right, so I might have stuck it down already. I did. So this is where it's staying. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, we're just gonna rub it down. And again, with these transfers, same thing. Don't touch the bottom of the transfer. Guys, I've been wanting to do something with a transfer. It's been a while since I've used any kind of transfer. I've been doing a lot of decoupaging lately. And painting canvases. I've got another mixed media canvas going right now for a commission. 30 by 30 also. All right, so And again, if my paint was on here for as long as it should have been, this would peel back easier. I mean, it's peeling back easy enough, but it does make a difference. Best experience, let your paint sit at minimum overnight. I'm just doing this because honestly, I could not pick a direction. If you guys could see, I have 2 trays down here with decoupage to do on them. We're not going to get through it tonight. It's 45 minutes. If you could see all the Christmas crafts, I have a box drug out, like a little apothecary style box because, oh, let me show you this transfer over here. Well, let's finish this up. Who, Michelle? So yeah, the first quarter release, well, it won't be revealed, I think, until the 19th of January. I will have it sooner than that. But the first quarter release from Redesign with Prima is coming. And as far as Dixie Ball goes, I have not heard anything. But, so I'm not really sure. Redesign with Prima, I haven't seen the products yet, but I'm going to say yes. Yes. I am certain that they do. And I have this idea, you guys. Okay, I can tell you this because I don't know anything actually. Well, actually, maybe I can't even tell you that part. I don't know for sure, but I suspect, and I suspect it's going to be something that I could have used on this commission that has to be done by January 12th. And this release doesn't come out for me to show until the 19th. But I'm hoping that I don't hand paint this commission, and then there's transfers and everything available. And I think based on what I've seen, I'm sorry, I know I'm being super cryptic. Based on what I've seen, I think it is. Yes, I'm waiting for some Valentine's stuff too. You guys, and I just want to tell you, had I found my easy peasy spray wax, you could just spray it on. It's hard in 30 minutes and I could move on to my next step. But that's this little, I think he's so cute. And I think once I get the bow and the holes drilled and the, you know, jute on here, that it's going to look super cute. I want to kind of paint this one. Do you guys want to paint a frame, or do you want to, I don't know. I've got so much stuff. Let's finish up one of these tags, and maybe at least with the tag I can show you guys, like, he's not going to fit on here, but I think I might be able to fit one of these cardinals. No, actually, no. I think I'm just going to leave it with the tag. It's perfect spacing. Let's go up a little bit. Yeah, these are so super cute. And I feel like it's one of those things if you give it as a gift. Oh, tags. Okay, perfect. Oh, these are so easy. So easy. Well, let's do some tags. This North Pole one is perfect for tags too. I want to find some larger things to use on here, but, and I'm planning on, I'll show you what I'm going to write them on with. I've got a few sets of things. Let's see here. Hold on. Oh yeah, if I was making, I would definitely, Michelle, I would definitely do like, there's several different transfers that are just perfect for tags. They even have some tag decoupage redesigned with Prima. Like some tag decoupage papers. I really don't want to do that. I don't want to have to wait. You saw how quick these were. If I was just making a batch of tags, this would go so fast, especially with the easy peasy spray wax. All right, perfect. So here's a cute little tag. And let's go ahead. Let's do another little tag here. I will tell you, I meant to leave one of these unstained because I think an easier way, and I wanted to see what it looked like, but I didn't get to. An easier potential way to do this, Michelle, too, would be to put this transfer on the natural wood and then take, let's do it now. Put it on the natural wood and then over this, just put, well, I need to do the easy peasy. I can't quite do it now. I need the easy peasy. But once you protect with easy peasy, and then to stain the wood, just use the brown wax on here, Best Dang Wax. And that might skip the staining step, but well, actually still either way, it's 3 steps because you want to protect it. There, that one is. Here, let's tie. So I got these bags of beads as well. Just bags of wood beads. And let's take a couple out. By the way, the Christmas ribbons are all 50% off as well. Ooh, do you guys want to see? Ha. If you guys saw the vanity, I think most of you guys did. This is the hardware I decided to go with on this. I just have to paint it. But I have some coral metallics coming because I got some other things I want to do to this vanity, but I'm going to paint these. But I'm so excited. I think this is going to be awesome with the mirror too. I'm not even going to lie to you. I bought more. I know I did. It's not in here. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Add some little jute twine. Let's finish one of these at least all the way. So I got a bunch of different size beads. I think oh yes, I would do the same thing. You just need like a Valentine's transfer. Oh, you know, one of the minis with the, like the roses on them. You probably have a lot of scraps too. Earthy Delight is huge, but I could totally see that on a Valentine's Day tag. Oh, that'd be so cute. Oh, and then you could have like, yeah, I'm in creative mode today. Like if you have, well here, I don't, let me just move this over. Oh, I got to take all of them out to get to it, but that's okay. Here we go. Not necessarily this one, but like some script transfer. This one's Sweet Notes, guys. But some script transfer behind like some flowers or, you know what? That Dixie Belle decoupage paper would be really good too. I don't have it here. But that one, it's like a pattern. Those would be nice decoupaged on here. Oh, so many ideas. Yeah, I'm on Christmas. Let me focus. Focus, focus, focus. I have such a hard time. That'd be so cute, Michelle. All right. Like I told you guys, you know what? I'm going to want to stain these. That's what I should have done. Yeah, I'm going to end up staining these, but how do I want to do this? I think I'm not going to be able to use beads this small, which is okay. Oh, wait, some have bigger holes. Let me twist this up. Here, let's dunk it in some water. Let me see if I can squeeze this over this. You guys can get smaller twine and stuff too. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get, I want both of them to go through. Here. Because I can't just stop at one bag of beads. Here we are. Second bag of beads. Yes, wouldn't that be so pretty? I know. I'm talking to Michelle about the tags. I get excited, guys. I get so excited about everything. And I've got a mess, so I have to get these Christmas crafts done. All right. So, of course, I'm going to have to find a different way. You know what? Let's do this. I want to use jute, and I have different jute, and I can deal with that later and thread them. But I want to at least get one of these, like, all the way done. Let's see. I think I might be able to get double. Maybe not. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it through on here. Let's see. Well, oh, Denise. You know what? You guys, Denise, I was thinking about you and the ribbons because I saw the picture that you have. And I was about to tell you that they're all half price at Hobby Lobby. But you know what? At your Hobby Lobby, I feel like, let me see. All right, well, I'm going to have to think of a more clever way. I might have to put it on a needle and drag it through. And I didn't get that out. They have beading needles so that the eye is like, wait. So the eye is really big. And I might have to use one of those beading needles. I thought I was just going to be able to push it through, but I don't think so. Yep, not going to work. All right. Ooh, but I do like this red on here. But anyway, I'm going to put a couple beads on here. And then it'll just have those beads and then the hanger. So I think that's super cute and super easy. All right, let's do, kind of got off track there. Most Hobby Lobby ribbons have too thin of a wire. Oh, really? Oh, I've used, but my bows are not like your bows. My bows are very, very simple. Your bows are gorgeous. Gorgeous. She makes some gorgeous wreaths, too. One day, you know what? I was going to say, okay. Well, I dumped all this stuff out, and now I'm going to have to clean those up and put them in a container. Let's do one more. I want to see what this one looks like on here. I want to see how this works to put them inside these picture frames. Oh, and I got this one wet. Joy. So if you get these wet, if you let them dry out, I have to see if it's releasing. Yep. Can I pull it off? Yeah. So if you get it wet, so right here, I don't know if you can see, these are the water slide transfers. If you get it wet, it's going to want to release. So I can't even pull the plastic off. So you just want to leave it and let it dry, and then you'll be able to release it. So since that was the case with that one, I don't really want to put a snowman inside here. I want that one. And I have another one somewhere, but I'm not sure where. in this mess I've got going on. Yeah, I don't want to put the snowman in here. I want that little church. I think he'd be super cute. But I do think for these, I am going to get, they have a bead weaving needle. It's got an adjustable, really large eye. And that is what I will use. I've got some somewhere. Let's make our last little sign. So this is another redesign with Prima Transfer. And this is actually, it's another mini. So they're like $12.99. This one I do not have. I got it last year. And we're just going to make a cute little sign with this. Like I said, we're going to finish these up next week. We're going to do the dry brushing on them and all the stuff. But for this one, I got these little signs. It said teachers are the best, or teachers #1 teacher, or something like that. And I just put bonding boss over it. And then I put a coat of elderflower on here just because it's what I had left. And we are going to... Where do you get your ribbons from then, Denise? Like a craft store, or do you order them? Let me figure out where I'm going to lay these out. And by the way, guys, there's tons of the Christmas tags. We can do some more of those too, but I think I want to put this... I think I'm going to combine... And these have little words on them as well, so you could like put those on the gift tags and everything else if you wanted to. Like that one says, "Welcome Santa." This one, if you see it, it says, "Merry Christmas time to you, happy days and blessings true, golden joys and fortune bright, and a heart that's ever light." I feel like that's super cute. Just a cute little like sign, hanger, whatever. Do I want to center this? And then, I could do, what I'm going to do is probably just hook them to the back. And I probably will put a hanger on here. I'm definitely going to put a bow or something up in the corner. Kind of think I want these offset a little bit. I just don't know how. I need something over here, though, if I set it off that far. What about, instead of this one? Nope. Don't have that up there either. Oh, you guys, I have a whole Alice in Wonderland project, too. And I do have this transfer available on my website, too. I'm obsessed with this tree, and that's what I want to put on this little apothecary box. Next seasonal core BB Crafts trendy tree. Oh, okay. I don't think we have any of those down here. Oh, Denise, I was wearing your sweatshirt today, and I met a lady from New York in Hobby Lobby, too. She just moved here. She thought I was from New Jersey, though. All right, so we're going to put this one kind of... I think I am going to go ahead and kind of center it. Maybe I'll set it off just a tad bit to the left. Yeah, I am. And so all I did with this, by the way, this is what the outside of the frame looked like to begin with. I didn't stain it or anything. I want to make sure this is kind of straight. I just want to hold it out. And it is kind of off to the left. All right, so we're just going to rub that down right quick. And you know what? I'm not even going to look for my little thing. They're right over here is where I keep them. So I've lost it already. We're just going to come here. You guys, there's so much you can do with these holiday transfers, though. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. And I'm just rubbing this down. Plus, I'm getting rid of some of my scraps. I have so many scraps. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Ah, there we go. And you just want to rub as you pull back. You guys, if you ever have a transfer that's really super difficult to release, you can just put a little heat on top of it. It'll kind of release the glue, and then you'll be able to release it a lot easier. By the way, this is textured. The sign was already this way. It almost looks like crackle. I will probably go back and dry brush a little bit over that. I like to make my transfers look like they kind of belong. So a lot of times I do that. I'm not going to do it on the tags because, and you don't want to put anything that's water right on the transfers. They do not like water. However, you can protect them and then put the transfers right over. So I'll probably do some dry brushing on this so it looks like this came on here and it's a little bit aged and crackled. And I can do that part live too. Just want to make sure that I rub this down really well. I did not get out a finishing pad, but that's a great thing to use. Just to get it all on there. Yes, I did. I did get the wired ribbon because Denise, I pulled out a bunch of bows I had gotten last year. Oh, I just spilled my things, but that's okay. I was going to reach back here and so cute, but no wires in them and the bows were not working out. I was making something for my daughter for a holiday party. All right, and we're just going to put this down over here. Make sure this is make sure that's straight. Eyeballing it a little bit. Yep. It is. I'm going to fill in some on here too. Some of this outside space. Probably do a little bit of shading. So if you saw there, I was pulling up, but everything wasn't stuck down. I just laid it back down, laid the plastic back down, and rub right over it again. I'm just going to, whoops, watch this. So what I just did there, I used to do this a lot until I ripped a transfer. One easy way to get transfers to release quickly is when you're rubbing, create a bubble. Hopefully you guys can see this. You create a bubble. So you rub back, so air, and then the air just pushes through and releases it. So you can actually release really fast, but there is a little bit of a risk in doing that. Little bit of a risk. You know what? I think I want to put a little, I just want this cardinal on here, I think. I feel like this needs a little something down here. And this cardinal would definitely go with this. Let me look at a couple other options. Actually, I'm not going to keep you guys on any longer, guys. I'm going to sit here and play, but I've been on for an hour and 15 minutes, and we've got a bunch of half crafts done. But that's okay because I knew it was going to be this way because I had so many. We're actually going to finish them up Wednesday night. So all the ones that we started, and I'll probably finish the rest of these because you would not believe the amount out that I have. And maybe I'll get this Alice in Wonderland one done. I want to paint some black and white checks under it. But, and by the way, these little squares, these are just little wood squares. These came from the Dollar Tree. It was like a pack of 4 for $1.25. And they are perfect. Like I said, I'll drill some little holes. You'll see. Oh, thanks, Jody. I didn't even know you were on tonight. Good to see you. Yeah, I had way too many ideas. Way too many ideas. But you can make a cute little sign. They'll be fancied up. Don't worry. Oh, last thing. Let's do this because I don't want to do it. I want to get this done because I do want to do the ribbon on this one before our next live. So I also have several of these little molds poured. These are resin molds, and I just went over them with elderflower. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to use my finger. I told you guys the other day I don't use my finger much anymore, and I don't. And all I'm doing is I'm taking this gold gilding wax. This is oil-based. And again, these are things that don't take a lot. So I painted this with silk all-in-one mineral paint, so it has a coat of protectant over it already. And I am just going over it with gilding wax, gold gilding wax. Just with my finger here. I'm just going over the high points. I do want to actually grab a brush out though, because let's use this one. Now I'm going to tell you, normally I would prefer, if I'm going to paint this on, to melt my wax. But it's just easier to control to me. But instead, I'm just going to kind of dab it on so I can get a straight line there where these ruffles are, and I'll show you close up. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Because again, I want to put bows on these and make them super cute. Just the initial steps and stages, ideas. This is not the new mold, Christmas mold either. This one is actually from 2 years ago, I think. And I want to do the same thing down here. You guys see, I'm just going to kind of, I would have preferred to make a super straight line, which can happen if I would have melted my gilding wax. But let's see. I want to do this whole bottom. I just want to show you how simple this is and how rich and elegant it looks. Much better if you melt your wax though, because it goes on evenly, has excellent coverage. It's not quite the same when you don't melt it. But I'll be able to buff it tomorrow, and I can smooth it out if I put it on super thick right now. So the gilding wax, it's oil-based. It does take about 12 hours to dry, and you can buff it, generally speaking, after that 12 hours. It really depends on the environment, how thick the wax is. I didn't do the best job because I was in a hurry, but isn't that so pretty? I've got some, I got some ribbon today. Whoops, don't want to do that. If I was going to use the brush on this, I would use my fan brush to put it over. I'm just adding a little more gold on here. I think I'm going to go down to hit those high points on the sides. And I won't do anything else because I do, oops. There we go. So isn't that super pretty? I mean, and so easy. And you can make tons of them. You can make a whole Christmas tree worth. There's a couple different designs on that particular mold as well. All right, guys, so next week we'll make these pretty, super pretty, and finish them up. And I'll have some other ones. So we've got this. I don't want to touch anything because of my finger here. Let me get this off. Yeah. Well, how's that? That's why I have paint clothes. So we got our one little kind of hanger. We've got our one little sign that we're going to touch that up, make it super cute. We've still got to glue together our deer one, and we've got a couple other ones we just did too. And we'll finish those up. Some of them need painting, but I will be more prepared with what we got done tonight. And then, okay, yeah, so it does dry off once you demold it. No longer feels wet. And, still feels like ceramic. I just want to know if I drop it, would it break? And by the way, these have no give. So definitely not when they demold. They had no give once they started hardening. So definitely it's not going to be a solution. It's definitely not going to be a solution for, I mean, it would be for frames. This would be work for frames, but for like, for example, the snowflake that kind of had to be a little flexible to bend. I lost the snowflake ornament. Oh, here it is. That has to be a little flexible to bend. Definitely not an option for that. You'd still want to go with the resin or the air dry clay, which I don't really recommend. But all right, guys, I'm going to let you go because I've literally kept you on for like an hour and 20 minutes tonight. But I just want to say, please subscribe if you haven't already to my page. And thanks for hanging out with me for some Christmas crafting. Hopefully I'll see you guys Wednesday night at 6. All right, take care. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.